designed for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist.
Here we go.
Trying to talk his way out of all his pathology. Jenny McCarthy's in studio tonight. Belly Laughs is the name of her book. Drew's already... I had a horrible day. I'm in a horrible mood.
Oh, no.
Drew's in a bad mood because Jenny's book.
Oh, that's right, because he's doing so well.
Jenny, Drew is very... There's two things that Drew loves. He loves books and he loves colleges.
That's true.
Yeah, and he loves it when his book does well and other people's books do horribly. And
is that true?
Yeah, and that's not what's happening in the case of Dr. Drew's book, which I can't even remember the name of it. Calling all nerds and Belly Laughs, and he's livid.
Belly Laughs is a
Belly Laughs
New York
so well.
New York Times bestseller.
It is high as number 4 on the New York.
It pretty much shocked me the most out of anything I've done so far. Considering I hardly read any books in my time.
Oh, now he's going to kill himself.
But
look
Adam,
out.
She's able to discuss things like the blue Twinkies. You'll notice this chapter here headed.
Blue Twinkies. That's the swollen vagina?
Yeah.
Wow.
I forgot we could actually say those types of things, can't we?
We're in a little something called Safe Harbor, sweetie, so we
great.
can do whatever we want.
Because I've been scorned by many producers across the country, this tour.
Oh, really?
No.
Every show.
For saying vagina?
Can't say vagina. Can't say boob.
Oh, really?
Have to say breast.
But that's,
Twinkie hole, baby! Wow! Yeah, we could say Twinkie and hole. Yeah.
Oh, my
we
God.
could combine words, yeah. It's great.
I'm coming back now.
It's crazy. It's like we're adults. It's wacky. And it's great, too, because you go on The View, you got a bunch of fat, pent-up yentas who are talking to another group of 50-something-year-old fat, pent-up yentas, and you can't say vagina, but you come on this show, and you got a bunch of 14-year-olds listening to the show. Vagina, 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 vagina. That's the beauty of it.
Blue vagina.
Blue vagina. That one of Elvis's greatest movies, by the way.
Hits, yes.
It doesn't make sense. And people say to me all the time, they go, how come the guys doing the morning show can't say anything when all the kids are at school, but you can come on in the Safe Harbor at 10 o'clock at night and say whatever, and all you got is a bunch of 15-year-olds listen to the show. And
so
I say,
it's the time?
I don't know.
This is Safe Harbor. Also,
yes.
The idea here is that we have a reason to talk. Just the way in your book you talk about these things for a reason.
That's right.
Honestly,
Making money.
How the anatomy changes. My wife called those the clappers, by the way. The blue
wow.
What?
Because
that's after you have the baby where you're walking around and...
What goes on with the vagina?
What goes on in the old vagina?
Yeah.
There's, I have a chapter called Niagara in my pants also.
Oh, moisture.
Because there is so much
moisture.
That's the progesterone.
Is that what it's called? And it can burn holes in your underwear.
Nice. Well, yours
it's not actual
powerful
progesterone.
Stuff.
It's
progesterone creates it, right? The placenta produces all this progesterone that produces a lot of it.
Is that why your nose also becomes very kind of stuffy and mucusy?
No, that's probably more just your total body volume. Your fluid volume in your body goes way up, like 3 times normal, and so you've got fluid everywhere. And when you lie down, it's like it goes up to your head.
You can tell this book is not clinical by any means. It's more like, oh my God, it's blue and looks like 2 Twinkies under really bad carpeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least it makes people aware.
Yeah.
To ask questions. Later.
Well, not to be ashamed of themselves.
No, exactly.
So when does the vagina go south? After the pregnancy
third trimester?
Or third trimester
really goes bad.
It does really go bad. That's when women can't really
That's
see
when
they
get aroused too, though.
Oh, really?
They're walking around aroused all the time.
Yes.
Because
they're walking because of the pressure and the progesterone. They walk around feeling like men do from the age of 12 to.
It was the horniest time of my life.
Really?
Yeah,
Except I refused to have sex.
Yeah,
really?
Another thing that guys can't quite.
Why? You didn't feel beautiful?
I tried it once, and it's called Pig in the Pasture.
Mm-hmm.
I was so fat that, and really you're only kind of pushed to do one position, which is kind of the dog.
That's
all
what
it works.
the OBGYN tells you. Just do the.
They say that's a comfortable
OGB.
position.
No, it's just how else are you going to do it? Think about it.
Right. Yeah, but you said, but Jenny said you're pushed to do it in this one
That's her
position.
husband.
That's
Her
your husband pushing you that way.
They don't push you, but they recommend. The doctors recommend.
Yes. Why is it I know everything that's going on?
But the problem is,
Do they really tell you doggy, or do they? And by the way,
they say on your hands and knees.
Yeah. See, we need a clinical name for doggy. And on hands and knees is a little lumpy. I mean, that's a sentence. You know what I mean? Doggy's a word. We need something. You know,
wheelbarrow.
But I felt more like a pig.
Wheelbarrow also different position.
Pig in the pasture is what my name is.
So you don't. And as a woman, especially as one who's used to being hot, see, that's your problem. You're used to being hot, whereas a lot of women are not used to being hot. They get a big set of boobs out of it. Yeah.
When you're 204 pounds.
Really? That much?
Yeah. I really thought my husband was going to get stuck in my butt cheeks. Because I was
from working the dog. Did you give him some oral sex just to take the edge off?
Yeah, I did. I gave him a few here and there. Mm-hmm. Out of, obviously, sympathy.
Sure. Sure.
But
it's hard to get that because they're so mad at you for converting them into this.
You made them into the beast.
Right.
I could just tell that my husband's fantasies were everywhere but here. Mm-hmm. He was looking off in the distance. And I don't blame him. I just couldn't. But you know what? You are extremely horny during this time, so I just found taking care of my own self.
Did you have preeclampsia?
I did not.
What's that?
You get a high blood pressure and some kids have seizures. It can be dangerous.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All the fluid, which I imagine a lot of that 200 pounds was fluid, though.
I wish.
No.
Really?
No, I had still had... Well, I lost 30 in the hospital. So I had a C-section, so I was there for a week.
Placenta, fluid, and baby is 30 pounds.
Okay, and then I had 40 to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, second book.
Second book.
Losing that fat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a video series to go with that.
No.
That's right.
Look like Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah. All right. Now,
I want to be
did you give the kid a goofy name?
Banana, you mean? I gave him a name of Evan.
Okay.
Evan
That's
Escher.
good. No, Evan,
That's good.
Evan's good.
Yes.
Evan's fine.
Spelled.
I'm kind of embarrassed.
You even spelled it a normal way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
He won't be made fun of, I don't think.
Okay.
No.
That's good. It's nothing worse than the celebrity with the pretentious kid name. It's to me, there's a 70% chance the kid's going to be a junkie already. It's now 95.
Yeah. But can't you see on the
now Satchel is going to be slamming heroin by he's 11. Believe me.
But this poor kid on the playground, you already heard the person say, some guy go, "Hey Apple, check out my banana."
Oh
yeah.
I mean the jokes
Apple.
are endless.
Yeah.
For poor Gwyneth's child.
Oh, it just keeps going. I mean, you start getting into Bruce Willis and Demi Moore. You just start looking. I would love a list of Hollywood couples who've crapped out a kid in the last 5 years, and the names they're ridiculous.
But I think the greatest threat to the child's well-being is what it speaks about the pathology of how the parent sees the child. That we're going to give them, this is my creation, and we're going to give this creative name. As opposed to, hey, human beings got to get through a productive life. Let's go here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it, period.
Yeah, I like celebrities to huevos to name their kid Mike.
Yeah.
Even if it's a girl. Just Mike.
Michael's good for a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of...
Yeah, and here's the thing, too. Chicks with the dude name, always hot. It's a disaster. But usually hot. Sometimes a train wreck, but
Bobby.
mostly hot.
There's a lot of hot Bobbies out there.
Stevie's great.
Sam.
Sam's a good one. Sam's a hot chick name. Jenny, not that hot a chick name. You may be the hottest Jenny.
I graduated with 200 Jennifers.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the point of just so common, and probability says there can be some.
Well, that's the whole thing about, though, Jenny is Jennifer, hotter name than Jenny. You're the hottest. I mean, you would be the hottest Jennifer, too. I'm kissing a little ass.
I'm kind of loving it, though.
Little ass. But Jenny, definitely. Jenny, look, Drew, blind date. You're going to be set up with Jenny or Jennifer?
Jennifer.
Hands down, right?
Yeah.
No problem?
Yeah.
Done, right?
Yeah, done, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Jenny is Jennifer with the 20 extra pounds. And it needs to redo the roots.
A little circus
roots.
clowning,
I see the roots, yeah.
I see the roots.
Yeah, roots need to be done. Yes?
Yes.
That's Jenny.
God is a genius.
Yeah. But you got, all right, so we got Evan. Any more kids?
I'm starting to get the itch, which is kind of scary.
Isn't that weird how nature does that to you?
It's weird because that whole first year, I thought there's no way.
Ever again. No.
Ever, never, ever after blowing out my body the way I did. Mm-hmm. And the exhaustion of having a baby.
There's something about 12 months. We looked at it. We have triplets. We looked at each other at the end of that 12 months and went, we should do it again. It's like, what? Then we talked for like an hour about it. Then we went, what is the matter with us?
It's pregnancy amnesia.
It is an amnesia.
I'm talking about that in the next book. The pregnancy amnesia, if we did not have it, we would never have another child.
Yeah. But next book's going to be a workout book, right?
No.
No, but you got to write a book about how you lost the 40 pounds.
That will be the third book.
Really?
The next one is the first year because there's so much.
Oh my God!
So many things
this
about
kid's going to be a gold mine.
And
yes, honest things about
hoping,
those that are
because my sitcoms don't seem to be working. So.
It's going to be great because they're like, see the calendar pages blowing away, and it's like fast forward 2017, and Jenny McCarthy sitting here, and there's a decrepit Adam and Dr. Drew. And she's like, 19 can be very awkward year for a boy. My 26th book,
the 19th year.
19 and a half.
I said my next one's menopause after that.
It's got
my own personal summer. That's
Chapter
the next
4,
one.
The Shame of Junior College.
Oh, that's funny.
All right.
Puberty. Got those years.
All right, Drew's going nuts because his book is...
actually fine.
It's coming out in pulp. We decided
papyrus. I keep telling you it's papyrus.
It's
it'll be written in hieroglyph.
They're going to come out in paperback, but that seemed too good for it, so they're just actually mashing wood pulp together and putting some words on it. And it'll be served in a bucket. Just reach in and grab a handful of book.
A bucket of book. Yeah.
Just smear it out, and if you piece it together, so be it. It'll be cheaper. It's the only book that'll be sold by the pound. All right. Jenny McCarthy, go out and buy that book. Let's get to the phones. What do you say?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Let's go now.
Woo!
Let's break it down. All right. Let's go. Let's get a hand in. Yeah. No, it's all right. Here we go now. All right. Sarah?
Hi.
You're 27?
I'm honored to be your first call of the night.
Yeah, what's up?
I just want to say that I'm glad Dr. Drew is standing up for people who like books in school, because there are some of us out there.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed Drew's book, and I thought that it was really brave that he went out and sort of let everybody see his reactions to his patients, because it's not something that a lot of people in the field like to talk about.
Wow.
Thank you, Sarah.
That's great.
So anyhow, on to my question. I have a really significant weight problem, and I'm not motivated to do anything about it. And what I was wondering is, would going to Overeaters Anonymous help me find motivation?
You're fat. That is an interesting way to pose that question. I don't think we've ever had it posed in that way. What do you think, Jenny?
I was really unmotivated after my pregnancy when I had to lose 40, and it wouldn't come off.
Where was the motivation?
Well, the motivation was just wanting to be with my baby and not really caring about myself at all.
Okay, right.
I kind of gave all of my needs to my baby.
And so at what point did you start to get motivated?
When I finally really looked at myself in the mirror and couldn't.
And what did you feel about yourself? Did we have this discussion?
No,
over
we
at Kimmel
didn't.
Show? And what did you have a reaction to how you felt about yourself when you looked in the mirror and you went, oh my God?
I was disgusted.
Disgust is the number one motivator of change, I have found. And what's interesting, Sarah, is if you disgust people once they feel disgusted in themselves, whether drug addicts or people need to lose weight, then have no trouble motivating it. All of a sudden it's like, oh, we got to do something here. The problem is, and this is what I don't know the answer to, how do you get people to look at themselves honestly where they let that in? Because it really is a moment where it happens. Everyone can tell you what room you were in, where it happened, the moment, and that was it. Boom, you turned it all around.
I passed the mirror and stopped and looked back.
But you passed it 100 times before.
Right.
And why that time did it get in? And that's really the question. And in Mike's, I'm really looking into this. Is my next book, by the way. and I've been looking at this rather carefully. And
look out,
relax. It won't be any belly laughs. Come on now.
Hey, listen, in order to save time printing them next time, why don't you just have your printer pop out like 5-6 copies, and
computer print?
That'll do it.
Cover?
Yeah,
right.
That should cover it.
Right.
Get one for you, give one to Ann, and then you'll sell.
Fair. At least 4 will sell.
Sell 3. Yeah, just hit 5 when you're printing.
All right, but so far all I'm finding is that people seem to need to have a unique experience themselves in a new way with a new kind of relationship. Maybe there was a relationship with your child that did, or maybe you changed relationship with your husband or a new friend or something. But go out and find somebody, the kind of person you don't normally relate to or have in your life, but somebody you admire, somebody you appreciate. and get that relationship built. Spend a little time with that and see if that doesn't move you out of yourself.
Where does she find that relationship?
Well, in school. She's in school.
Well, you mean, what kind of relationship are you talking about?
A friendship.
Hey, Sarah?
But then you become competitive.
Yeah, well,
whoever that person is.
It's an interesting... No, guys don't do that. That's a chick thing.
Yeah.
The interesting part is you're saying, well, you're unmotivated to lose weight, so if you go to Overeaters Anonymous meeting, maybe that'll motivate you. And then I could argue, well, if you're going to the meeting, that's motivation. It's a chicken or an egg kind of thing.
And you might
either way, just go to the meeting.
Right. There's the people that study these things talk about contemplative and pre-contemplative changes that lead to change. And the reality is, once you get there, maybe there you'll find a kind of relationship, or be able to relate people in a new way that will give you the distance or the opportunity to see yourself in a way that creates more motivation.
Can I tell you what really helped me? I needed something with structure. And believe it or not, and they're not paying me to say this.
The Kabbalah.
No.
Okay.
Weight Watchers.
Yeah, they're excellent. Once you decide to do it, you have to have something that helps you do it. Yeah.
Because it wasn't just me going to the gym on my own. It wasn't me buying a diet book. I needed some type of structure.
But again, with that structure, relationships came with it, right?
Yes.
It's the intersubjective, interpersonal experience.
I became a relationship with the woman that weighed me in every week that said, right on, 3 more pounds.
That's where it really, you can't do it by yourself. You can't make major change by yourself.
Really?
You can't do it. No, you can't do it. It doesn't. Our brains don't work that way. They work in diets.
But what do you call major change?
Losing 40 pounds.
Oh, people can do that on their own. I mean, but here's the other thing, Drew. You could break it down and find somebody the husky chick at the scale who give Jenny the high five once a week is not a significant relationship. I mean, if you're going to argue that,
were there
then
other
everything
relationships
is. Well, she didn't have to climb that high mountain.
I did join it with my sister. That was a help.
Oh yeah, how's she looking?
She's pretty damn good.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't trust that.
She's single.
What's her name?
She's not single.
Not?
But she's not married, is what I meant.
All right. Well, that's
her name's JoJo.
Oh, JoJo.
Whoa.
She's a hot little redhead.
We were talking about the dude name thing just moments ago, and that's JoJo's close.
Well, it's a variation on that theme, isn't it? Where it's repeated.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's
JoJo sounds like a hot name. Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah.
And obviously good stock. But your parents are good looking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're not quirky good looking. You're just good looking. So when you get the quirky good looks, it could mean, bad stock, but some kind of weird little magic in the stew. Something happened.
Came together, right?
And you see the sister and you realize, okay, this is how it should have been.
You are funny.
You see what I'm saying? You don't have that. Yeah. I see. I don't know, but what about this? And then don't tell me about how great looking your parents are. Are they good looking though?
They're good looking.
They're good looking.
Yeah.
All right, stuff. Drew, your parents are decent looking, right? My parents are a mess. You see my parents? Drew?
You're inside the assembly.
Not great
product.
looking. Yeah, I'm doing as good as I could.
Yeah.
Like if you look at me, you don't think hot. If you saw my parents, you give me a trophy.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, what this man has overcome. Amazing. Angela?
Hi.
You're 23?
Hi.
I am.
What's up?
Well, I kind of have a problem. It started a while ago. I've been married for 3 years, and around the time of our first year anniversary, my husband and I decided that we would go our separate ways just because he's a pretty mean guy. Anyway.
Which anniversary? Your first anniversary?
1 year.
Our first anniversary.
Wow.
And I moved out of the house, and I was seeing this other guy who I worked with, who I work with again now. And we had sex one time, and I ended up pregnant.
Ugh.
And
that's always remarkable when you hear that, right?
Yeah, but that's albino white trash.
Yeah.
That's how that works. If you had a few years of college under your belt,
Wouldn't have
no pregnancy.
Yeah.
Well, no, I did go to college.
No, the guy.
No, but that's junior. I'm not talking about junior college.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay. No, I went to a major university for 2 years before.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Before that happened, and
What'd you study?
I studied elementary education.
Interesting. All right.
What school did you go to?
I went to Purdue.
Purdue. Boilermaker. All right.
All
I think a
right.
school is named after a drink. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the drink was around first. I like to go to like Tom Collins University, like some Bloody Mary University. All right. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, I found out I was pregnant. I went home, and my husband and I tried to work things out. He's a great father, all of that. But I still wonder, if this other guy could be her dad. And
Oh, I see. So I get it. You led us to believe the other guy is the dad.
Yeah.
So you think it might be the dad.
No.
I would say the odds are it's not the dad, number one.
No, it's not. Well, the junior college thing settles it for me.
No, it couldn't be the dad.
Couldn't be the dad.
Right, that's
if
right.
You said junior college, it would be the dad.
Right.
If now it's your Purdue, no.
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
See?
But here's the deal, Angela. You are looking for trouble. You need here's why you can't live with your husband currently is he's gone from being the abusive, unavailable guy to the nesting, caretaking guy who actually sounds like he wants to settle down and be a human.
Not going to work.
But that won't work for you. You need the chaos. You need the guy not treating you right.
Although he's a great father, he's still mean to me.
Oh,
well.
All right.
I take it back.
My neighbors hear him yelling at me often.
How about on behalf of the child? How about a little couples work?
What's that?
How about a little couples therapy on behalf of the child?
Oh, definitely. I think that's appropriate.
All right. Let's work on that. It sounds like listen, one of the big hurdles is getting somebody to commit themselves. And it sounds like he's ready to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't know.
No?
Hey, what's he do?
He's a minor heavy equipment operator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's under 18.
I don't know, but he has been abusive in the past. And even physically and mentally. As far as the mean comments.
All right.
It's been recent.
Okay. Well, he needs to get some help for this.
And then start with together. Because we're hearing her side of the story. Who knows how they fit together in some way. And so let's get them together.
All right. And stop doing this retarded dance with the guy. You got a kid now, okay?
Commit yourself. Yeah, just commit yourself to it. Sounds like he's in. You get in. Forget about this other guy. Just forget it. You've got your mom now.
The cops. Did the cops ever come out to the house?
Well, we did go to the hospital, and they came up there.
The cops did?
Yeah.
You mean after he socked you or something?
No, after he hit me.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to socked her.
Okay. Sock doesn't actually involve a sock. It's confusing that way.
It can be.
Yeah. It's sort of like the word cold cock. It really doesn't involve a frozen penis. It's actually about getting hit. There's many things with hit, belted. Yeah. It doesn't. It all involves the fist. No belt. No cocked. No sock. It's interesting. Even punch. One could, there's no fruity liquid. Yeah. Interesting, Drew. We should break that. Drew, there's your next book. The origin of people getting smashed in the face and why they call it anything but what it is. All right. Jenny McCarthy is in studio tonight. Belly Laughs, name of her book. She sold enough copies, but she could always sell a few more. Just twist a knife with Dr. Drew.
I got private school to pay for.
That's right. We'll take a little break, and we'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Jenny McCarthy is in studio tonight. Alanis Morissette is in tomorrow night. Belly Laughs, name of the new book. It's been out for a couple of months. At least I've seen Jenny making the rounds. And Jenny surprised by how many copies her book sold. I think Drew feels the same in a negative way about his book. Surprised, though. Fair to say.
Fair.
Yeah, fair.
Well, I'm going to go on Amazon tonight and get yours.
Go get that book.
I am.
It's called, what's it called, Drew? It's called Cracked. And everyone tells me it's great. They absolutely do.
Yeah. My buddy's my buddy's a big supporter of mine. He's read the book. Oh no, wait a minute.
I'm not a reader.
It's been out. It's only been out. Oh, it's been out a year. Wait a minute.
It's been out a whole year.
Yeah.
Has it been a year?
Yeah.
Because you know my thing. If it hasn't been out 5, all the great works, Drew, hundreds of years old. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These those books by.
That's why you started with the
those
Bible.
old like Socrates and those guys, all dead.
Yeah.
Then you got your Shakespeare's. Maybe alive, maybe dead. He's certainly old if he's still alive. The point is all the great work, at least a couple hundred years old. So I'm going to have to just wait. It's about 175
your
years. Your
children read my book, I guess.
That's right. Yeah. They're children. All right. What were we talking about? Yeah, the book. Oh, so now who's buying this book? Is it pregnant? I mean, here's what I'm saying. Okay, here's what I'm saying. There's this sort of myth where, you just go out, you go on the Jimmy Kimmel show, you come on Loveline, you do the press junket, and you sell product.
No,
it never works.
No.
If your movie sucks and no one wants to see it, then it sucks and no one wants to see it, and you see these poor actors and actresses everywhere, and nobody sees their movie. And if people decide they want to see the movie, they go out and see it, whether you see the person plugging it on The View or not.
Right.
So people have decided they want to read this book, obviously, because it's doing so well, and you've been out pushing it. But if they didn't want to read it, they wouldn't care if you were writing, and especially you, because it's like, oh, that's that chick from the thing. What's she know about? So who's buying it? Do you know? Is it pregnant women?
Pregnant women.
It's got to be more than that, though.
It's got to be.
It's also people...
got to be young people thinking about having kids.
Also, husbands are getting it.
Ooh.
Also, women that want to buy good shower gifts.
I think people are getting it for people.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Sure.
Gifts. Right. Huge amounts of gifts. I kind of, when it first came out, I went on Amazon to see, someone said there's reviews. And I thought, oh my God, usually I'm reading horrid things. So I was really praying not to read any. And I was reading them, and I was so relieved because they were women that have had 3 babies and were looking for something new. And there were so many like that I felt like, oh, so it's not only like women that just want to educate themselves, but something looking for something different.
Your writing style is very, very pleasant. Very compelling is not the right word. It's like it's welcoming. You know what I mean? It's easy.
Yeah,
it's nice to read.
I've always been pretty much approachable,
and but it comes through with the writing.
And I wanted that. I want to be like I'm talking to you on the phone.
Here's a
read some out loud.
This is Jenny with the chapter about the apple in the butt. What's it called?
Is that an apple on your rectum? Or are you just happy to see me? Hemorrhoids.
So she's,
hemorrhoids.
Yeah. So she's in the waiting room. Couldn't stop thinking, is he going to look
up
in the
waiting room?
Waiting room with the doctor.
Waiting room.
I sat waiting. I couldn't stop thinking, is he going to look up my butt? The assistant walked out shouting, Jenny McCarthy, you're next. Of course, everyone in the waiting room looked up in surprise and knew that they were thinking, you knew they were thinking, Jenny did, wow, Jenny McCarthy has butthole problems too.
But then I was, thank you.
Drew's going to kill himself. Maybe before the show's over. She's writing about her ass, moving product.
All I knew is
Drew
I had to
put
write
his guts out. Drew wrote his book in his own blood, and so far, only his wife has read it.
And she didn't finish it.
She didn't finish it. She started it. She had a longer bowel movement. She would have gotten further along. All right. Yeah. What about the hemorrhoids?
Oh,
I hear about that.
Did you have to get them banded or anything?
No, they were obviously worse after delivery, but that's of course not talked about yet. I never had them before in my life.
Yeah.
And I can't even believe that they exist.
That's something that disgusting. That
why would God?
They're like balloon knots in a way, but just more swollen.
They do look vegetable-ish.
How do you get them to? I've never had one myself. I had something I thought was it the once. I was convinced to put preparation H on it for a week.
Then you continuously get them.
Oh, really?
Yes. Once you've got them, you got them.
Right. Oh, bad times.
Bad times, especially when you're really constipated and you're trying to get something out.
Your weight's up.
Oh. How do you get those out of there, by the way, those hemorrhoids?
Get rid of them?
Yeah.
They can band them. They sort of tie them off, or they can actually cut them out.
When they tie them off, what do they do? Cut off the circulation?
Veins, basically, they are. The big veins. You tie the vein off.
And what's it do? Does it kill it?
Basically.
Does it die?
Shrinks it, yeah.
Shrinks it?
Yeah.
Oh, because it doesn't have a supply?
Right.
But what about going through another pregnancy? Would they come out again?
Oh, yeah. But let me tell you something. I don't want to scare you, but the I've noticed my patients go for various procedures. The one that seems to trouble them the most is the hemorrhoid procedure. I mean, it is apparently terribly uncomfortable. You didn't realize every time you blink, you move your butt. And
oh, God, you're right. Because I'm moving my butt right now as I'm blinking.
I did that, too. It's actually, every time I move my butt, I blink. I got hooked up the other direction. It's crazy. There it goes. You guys go that direction? Because I start and move up. You guys move. Interesting. Garrett?
Yeah.
You're 18?
I am.
What's happening?
I was just actually had a question for Jenny.
Ooh.
First of all, how's it going, Jenny?
It's good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to talk to you. I've always been a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you.
What my question was, I was just kind of wondering, I don't know if you've ever thought about it. I would assume that at some point throughout your career you would have. Have you ever thought, and has it ever grossed you out, that guys maybe look at your Playboy,
Pictures?
Playboys, and think of it intimately and everything?
Think of it intimately.
Speaking of Shakespeare, there he is.
Yeah.
Wow.
People have actually
poetic.
asked me this question before.
I bet.
Yeah.
And I kind of block it out, so to speak. I think if that's all I thought about, I don't think I would do bikini shots.
You must process it in some other way. Because we block that out about men normally.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
women don't. Women, they get grossed out when they think about guys at work doing,
Do you know what honestly girls think about? Oh, I hope I look skinny.
Yeah.
Not,
Oh, yeah.
I hope this guy's getting aroused. It's like, God, I hope you can see, my rib cage.
But that I look skinny is for other girls.
Right. But that's your biggest concern when
Is
you're
other-
kind of showing it off.
How other girls...
Yes. How the guy's girlfriend's going to review you.
Women are so different.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Well-
really what I was thinking about.
Well, I think women realize that women are the competition, and this is who they have to compete with.
Yeah, but the product is not being produced for that effect.
that
end.
I know. Very. I know, and this is why. And I finally stopped complaining. I mean, guys, we as guys say to women all the time, look, we don't need the huge, humongous boobs. Although
You do.
I do like.
Yeah.
I would say needs a strong word, but
Must have.
Must have.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. Thank you. Yeah. Imperative, I think.
It's a little nicer spin to it.
Yeah, we'll die without.
Dispositive.
That's right. The point is there's a whole bunch of stuff that women, that the guys don't want, that women are trying to do, and if such as be extremely skinny. Most guys I know do not want an extremely skinny girl. They're not doing it for the guys. They're doing it for the girls, and it's a little. And that doesn't compute with us
At
because
all.
there's nothing we do that's for the guys. We do it for the girls.
Period.
Right. That's the only thing that makes
bizarre.
sense.
Yeah, it's so different.
Yeah.
And if I was a guy, I'd probably want a girl with some meat on her bones.
Yeah.
Something,
You want. Listen, what really we're attracted to as males is things that sort of are associated with fertility, and that's a little bit of
little meat
size.
Yeah. The thing, like most guys. I'll tell you, like, one thing. Here's one thing women never talk about that guys don't really like. Guys don't like a flat ass.
No.
Guys would rather have a sort of bulbous ass than a flat ass. Women are constantly trying to shrink their ass, rightfully so in many cases, but guys not so concerned with the flat ass or the no ass. Guys like a little meat on the ass, and not as obsessed with the big boobs
as the women think.
Yeah,
they would.
women actually could take the boob and the ass and sort of flip it over, like I do with my blinking. You know what I mean? My rectum controls my eyelids.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
I've heard you speak of that.
we don't need the D. Guys don't need the D cup. They need the BC.
Really, guys look for symmetry.
Yeah, guys don't need the bony flat ass. They need it. Just flip it over, whatever your perception of ass to boob ratio is. For most women, get the chick to walk on her hands. That's the reality of what that ratio is. And yes, this is the flat ass, the bony, it's skinny, it looks better.
Where this really goes bad
girls.
with young people now is that they in our age we were indoctrinated with the idea of men and women exactly the same, how they experience themselves in relationships, how they experience themselves sexually, same. And now we've got this whole hookup thing going on where guys are interested in hooking up because that's all they want to do. That's all they're interested in. And women sort of trying to keep up with that, trying to understand that. When I go to colleges and I ask women what alternative sort of social structure would work for them, they always say the same thing, which is why I just wish somebody would just sit down and talk to me, which guys cannot. I mean, like, what the hell are you talking? What do you mean?
Yeah.
And they've shown now in functional MRI scans of men and women that men's brain light up in a certain pattern when they're looking at pornography. The women's brain lights up in a similar pattern during emotionally significant conversations.
You're kidding.
No.
God, why does that have to be that way?
It is, but why does it have to be that we can't discuss it realistically? That's why do you have to say, well, society's done this? Like, no, we're wired that way. It's how we're wired. It's fine to express your sexuality, but to deny how it really sort of works is to create unhappiness.
Can I ask a question? Maybe a little different than what we're talking about, but What age are kids now having sex at?
Depends.
9.
Yeah.
If you listen to the
It's
show,
around 16.
between 8 and 9.
Is it?
Yeah, that's right. It's
16.
We're basically doing worse
That's
than
an
any
old
other
maid on this
industrialized country. And at-risk kids, 14. Or blowjobs before oral sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on the population you're looking at.
Okay.
Your kid. You
I'm worried about my son already.
Shave 5 years off of Drew's 16 estimate because he's got good-looking parents. He's
because I was a little more risque at a younger age.
Oh,
I was a little bit more.
Well, here's the thing. 16 is technically losing your virginity maybe around 16.
Right.
But we're talking to people that think a BJ at 13 is perfectly
no big
fine.
deal. A lot of that.
All night, every
really?
night.
A lot of
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I got to build a time machine and actually
come back.
Well, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to build a time machine. I'm going to go back into the future to 14. Then I'm going to move it ahead 10 years from where we are now.
Yes, it'll be 14
I'm going to transport, not now.
Oh, ahead.
To 2014.
Oh, because you figure
at
it'll be
14,
even better then.
it'll be even better.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll probably get hit with he's got new AIDS. What? There'll be some new weird, wacky disease.
Either that will have this huge conservative trend back towards thing in the
everyone will be
dugout.
wearing scarlet letters with a big B. It'll be like Druids. I'll be wearing a chain, and I'll have that bad bang haircut with the greasy bangs. Like, be wearing my Skechers shoes. Hey, ladies! And everyone will be dressed like Druids. And I'll get put like right in the middle of like some sacrificial altar thing. What, Mr. Wizard? No. Yeah, you're right. That could happen. So I'm going to come back.
In fact, that virtually guarantees it. If you actually pull this off.
I'll come back at 14 to now and get myself the Hummers I never got. You know what I mean?
13, I guess. You come back at 13.
I was thinking about that, but that was a bad year for me.
Oh, really?
14 smoother.
Yeah, that's when he still
I
his
think,
hair over
I
his
think
still
girls
parted
are.
my hair.
I think girls are more risque at a younger age than 16, even.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I was like 12, messing around.
Yeah, that's you're on my list, by the way. When I come back, I'm gonna work that time machine out.
Yeah, but then I think about
when
my
were you 12?
kids.
Let's see. You're 12 and like I got to set the thing. You're 12 and like 87 or something.
I graduated in 86.
He's setting the
so
DeLorean in 1982.
I was about I was 85.
85. All right, I'm going to set it for. I'll set it for January '86. Play it safe, and I'll catch you about 13.
You know what's scary is there's
Just
probably
oral, though.
some kids listening, going, "God, I was born in 1985."
Oh, holy
not some
Christ!
kids. Not some kids.
Most.
Those are college age kids.
You're kidding.
Think about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Watch this. We got to take a break, but Dora,
Hello.
what year were you born?
91.
All right, hold on a
I feel
second.
better about that.
91? Why does that make you feel better?
Jenny McCarthy's got to kill
you're right.
herself. Drew's got to kill himself.
91.
91.
Born in 91. Not graduate high school.
That's what I was thinking. Graduating high school in 91.
You were tired of sex in 91. You were burnt out.
I was the first year of college in 91.
Yeah, burnt out on sex, and she wasn't even born yet.
I was done with medical school. What are you talking about?
All right. Let's take a break. Let's all kill ourselves during the break, and then I'll go. You guys kill yourselves. I'll go to the time machine. Chris, you're going to have to do the show. All right.
Finally, he's been waiting.
Well, Jenny McCarthy here tonight. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. Alanis Morissette coming in tomorrow night. Jenny McCarthy in studio tonight.
I love fake applause.
Belly. Well,
Let her have it, Anderson.
yeah. Belly laughs, everybody. Name of the
Thank
book.
you.
Number 12 on the New York Times bestseller
Was that where it is right
list.
now, 12?
That's where it is now. That's where it is now. But it has been as high as number 4.
Where is it on Amazon? Did you check?
I think the lowest it got was 7
7?
or 11.
Wow, that's
But
awesome.
now it's like in the 200s.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was really happy.
Yeah. Drew did, 7 if you put
Put a couple zeros
9
after.
zeros.
My other book's
I
at
think it was 9. Hold on,
215,000, so that might make you
There
feel
was
better.
another book.
There was another.
Oh.
I didn't
really?
write it. I didn't write it, though.
Uh-huh.
You would think.
You see? That's what happens. What was that about? Not having kids?
That's a whole other session.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like an autobiography at age 21.
Sure. Yeah.
Why not?
Well, you gotta strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah, I was cashing in my casino chips.
Yeah. All right, where are we? We're going to the phones. I'll tell you what. Susan?
Yes,
You're 19?
I am.
What's up?
I'm just wondering how
Hold on
often...
a second. Can you make any money selling a book?
Not really. We were
No.
talking about this during Strike.
Not really, right?
No.
Not really.
It-
I
it-
joke about getting money, but it's really out of...
Here's a New York
love
Times
doing
bestseller telling you that. You don't make money writing books. Now, she goes back now and says, I'm a bestseller, I want to write another book. She might get a reasonable amount of money,
You
but
get a
not,
little.
not huge.
No.
Not huge.
You get a
Not
little.
Adam Carolla money by
get a little.
any stretch.
Well, I'm literally
That's
a
what
millionaire.
I'm talking
Literally. Literally, Jenny.
Literally.
Literally a millionaire. Literally.
Wow.
Literally. Yeah. So, of course, you're not literally going to become a millionaire.
No,
you know.
I mean, you're not even get literally the kind of salary that Adam Carolla would command. Not even
Really?
close.
Really?
Not even close.
Really?
What
Literally.
I got for this book maybe would cover an hour of your time.
Really? Really?
Yes.
Wow. So sad. See, and that's why I don't read, because I figure if they ain't paying
Why
these
bother?
people,
Yeah.
why should a literal millionaire have to read what folks that are getting, what, 12,
The point
13
is,
bucks
it's
an
never,
hour?
It's never going to convert.
Yeah, I mean, Drew, seriously, you want to do something sad? How many hours do you think you worked on your book? Oh, yeah, under minimum wage.
Yeah, but
under minimum wage.
Oh, way.
You got like 30 cents an hour to write your book.
Chris and I were.
Chris, the engineer, laughs at what you got paid. He gets $10 an hour. Oh, by the way, $10 an hour for sitting on a stool like a retard all night and not laughing at my jokes. By the way, it's not. When you look at $10 an hour for that, it's not bad.
I laugh sometimes.
You're right. He's a genius.
He's concentrating.
Yeah, give me the stink eye and sitting on a stool for an hour. Really, it's good money. It'd be like you getting paid to go home and nap.
It's compared to struggling with a
Yes,
story.
Drew hunched over a hot word processor for years.
It was a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
Thousands of man hours.
Yeah.
If you just,
all
you know,
told.
if you build like lawyers build,
Oh, my God.
you know, where they're like, well, I was out on the golf course and I was thinking about a couple of cases and one of them is yours. Yeah. So Jackoff's got to charge you for that. If you're getting billed like this when you're driving your car thinking about your book, or jogging thinking about your book, what do you think you make? And then what you've been compensated for now? It's cents.
It's
not,
under a dollar.
Not whole.
Under a dollar.
Not a dollar.
Yeah, not a dollar.
An hour.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I'm not going to read it. Right. Whereas Jenny is probably up into the
dollars.
Is into the
dollars. Maybe even tens of dollars an hour. Even the Chris money.
You can make Chris money. All right. Susan,
Hi.
you're 19.
And then of course you throw in the marketing she's got to do. And it goes
Right.
back down again.
That's true.
Yes.
Yes. Can I
Oh,
talk?
yeah. Yes.
Okay. I'm just wondering how often it's normal for girls to pleasure themselves.
Well, I think it varies quite a bit with women
Yes.
because it goes from none,
Zero, yeah.
and that's normal for them,
Okay.
to quite a bit, which
Okay.
can be normal for them.
Right.
So the real
I can't wait to see you guys answer this question.
Well, it's all over the place, and this is one of
There's
the
no
great,
real answer.
the great mysteries for men is that every woman is different this way, and we can't quite understand that. There are, I would dare say, not a majority, but a large percentage of women who never masturbate or have difficulty achieving orgasm with masturbation, and there are those that don't find masturbation pleasurable but are still able to have multiple orgasms. So there's sort of a full gamut here. The thing I think you need to look at is whether or not it's becoming preoccupying, whether it's compulsive, whether you have a trauma history and you're using masturbation.
That's the reason I'm asking, is because I've been doing it for as long as I can remember, ever since I was really little, and I've always done it when I've sort of been stressed out.
Right.
And I have a little cousin, and she's 5 years old, and I've noticed her kind of doing the same thing when she's stressed out, when she's in a bad situation.
Well, all kids diddle when they get freaked out.
They do, but they really start self-stimulating when there's chaos in the home. So a bad family situation will start
it's
that.
not a
up
bad
already.
family situation. She has a wonderful family situation.
Yeah. What was yours?
It was good. I love my family.
Yeah, I know you love your family, but there must have been a lot of anxiety, a lot of chaos in the family.
Maybe, but I don't think it necessarily stemmed from my family. I've just always been sort of a stressed out person, I think. And I was just wondering if this is a...
Wait. 5-year-olds are not stressed out if their family is a safe place for them.
Well, she does have a brother with
No, for you.
disabilities.
For you.
She got a brother. What's the brother's disability?
He has Down syndrome.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
heavy.
Big deal.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
I would beat off if I had a brother. Not to him.
No.
So is this a dangerous way to
But I
deal
wouldn't
with
leave the
things?
room.
Like, is she going to be
Because
stunted?
who's he going to tell?
No, it's
Or
just these are
coping
not.
mechanisms?
No one's going to believe him.
It's not the masturbation it's just a symptom,
Jenny wouldn't leave the room, would you?
and it's a symptom that there may
Who's he
be
talking to? I'm
Hello.
cool.
and maybe deficiencies of what we call
It's like
affect
having a
regulation.
pet, you know.
She may have deficiencies of the ability to regulate her feeling states. The intensity and the duration of feelings may be off, and that's something that she may need therapy for someday.
All right. Okay, good times. Jenny, ironically, so we can have our young teenage listeners masturbate to your masturbation. What are you good for?
What am I good
Once
for?
a day?
When she was pregnant, it was
I noticed
constantly.
this.
Yeah.
The more I do it, the more I want to do it.
Of course.
Yeah. Slippery slope.
So when I am not really stressed with work is when I find myself doing it more.
You go to that.
Not
Sometimes,
stressed.
but I'm not
too much time on
stressed.
your hands.
When I'm kind of
Hang on.
relaxed.
We got to take a
Yeah.
break, but I have a ton of questions. So follow on this.
Well, but just give me a number. Relaxed
Relaxed every day.
every day. There you go. All right, guys, you can masturbate during the break. I like the idea that guys masturbate to women masturbating. That's why they want to know. You masturbate, come on. All right, we got to take ourselves a little break. Jenny McCarthy here tonight. Be right back. After. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. Jenny McCarthy in studio tonight. Belly Laughs. Name of her new book. Fairly new. And Alanis Morissette in studio tomorrow night. Now, we're talking about masturbation. Although I squeezed one off during the break. So
I wonder how many did. Actually.
Well, that's what we close
Quite a
with,
few.
that irony about how when, girls think that somehow guys actually want to know whether they masturbate or not, or they just want to hear
They
them
want to
say it.
masturbate to them masturbating.
That's right.
And that's why guys get come on, you know you do. You know you do it. Just, you know. Because they're just going to go home and just picture going, well, one time when I was at camp, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
And yet for a
camp.
girl to hear a guy masturbating, it's like,
Oh, and
Oh, no, it's come on. It horrifies you to the soul.
Exactly.
When
It's not like, it's like, oh, my God.
they feel violated, too, when they realize you
just
did it.
thinking about
you did it to them. You know what I mean? It's like, they're unwilling partners in these bizarre sexual
Undressing you.
fantasies. Yeah. Yeah, and it's too late by the time they tell you.
Completely.
They're done. Yeah. God knows where they finished, too. It's a disaster. It can get ugly. It could get, yeah.
I saw Chris run into the bathroom across the hall here.
Oh, yeah.
He dove in there.
Yeah. He did
He's a
number
clean
two.
guy, though. He did number two.
number two.
He's masturbating.
He's very talented, though. He can do both.
Yeah. You can't talk about hemorrhoids in front of this kid without him masturbating. He's weird that way. All right, where were we? Masturbation. So when all is right in the world, once a day.
Once a day.
How about
Jenny
during
McCarthy.
third trimester pregnancy?
Third trimester pregnancy, maybe 2 to 3 times a day.
2 to 3.
That's what I'm holding back. Holding back.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
got,
If I could just sit on a motorcycle for the last trimester.
wow.
Yeah.
So,
But at 200 pounds, that ain't pretty. A pregnant lady on a motorcycle having orgasms.
Yeah, guys are okay with it.
yeah. And 2-3 times a day. And then, okay, now let's figure out the
But when I'm
Jenny
stressed,
McCarthy
nothing.
masturbation
it
arc
goes down to
here.
0
I'm
to
I
trying to
can go
figure this
a
out.
month without anything
Okay,
when
so
I'm
you're
stressed
so
out.
this is the opposite of what our caller was saying, was that
Yes.
she used masturbation to regulate her feelings, so like a
Right.
drug. And actually, what you're describing is normal. When people feel anxious, their sexuality goes down. Their responsiveness goes
Yes,
down.
exactly.
Yeah.
I do it more when I'm anxious and relaxed.
Or anxious, relaxed.
Oh, yeah.
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 Does that
Don't
mean
get me
anything in
going.
No,
particular?
it's
Drew.
healthy. It's good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
If I'm anxious, relaxed, or anywhere in between those
But
two,
he's bringing
I
out a point.
masturbate.
'Cause
Yeah.
for males, it doesn't
matter.
What, it could be a nuclear.
I noticed that for my
Holocaust.
husband. Yeah.
Why do you guys coupling do so much masturbating, the two of you? not to get personal, but
What? What do you mean?
Well, there's a-
shouldn't you be like helping one another out with this?
Oh,
Well-
no, true. It's a different. Sex is good. It's not the real thing. It's a reasonable substitute when you can't get at yourself.
There's both going on when the week is good.
Yeah.
And then he also watches me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could masturbate to that.
Yeah.
I masturbate to your husband watching you. I'm just watching him. How do you know what he's looking at? Well, I know what he's thinking. Drew, could you masturbate to me watching Jenny's husband watching her masturbate?
I'm afraid not. I'm sorry.
We could daisy chain it. We could have hands across America. Chris, you could do it, right?
Dance over there.
Engineer Chris, you get one off to me watching Jenny's husband watching her.
Chris, I'm repulsed. No, disgusted.
Let me tell you what he's thinking right now. He's thinking about how hot she is. Let me ask this. I don't know if this question's ever been posed. I'm going to write the number down. Okay. All right. Because guys are animals. We've talked about this many times. And for some reason, when you were talking about being depressed and whatever and it not making sense, guys will push right through that kind of stuff. Whatever it is.
Doesn't occur to them shut down.
What percentage of guys who historically, throughout history, who are on death row, who are going to the chair the following day or to the gallows, squeeze one off
the day before,
that night, the day before. Now, hold on, don't answer, don't answer. And I don't know if that question's ever been posed, but I'm labeling it important.
Write your number down. I'm
going to get you quiet down. I'm going to write my number down. Jenny's got her number. She's got to write down too. But let me just let me fill in some of the things here. Now, one argument is
they're too anxious,
so depressed. What a way you'd be in. Okay, that's one argument. The other is you ain't going to never get a chance to get at your junk again. And number two, or number three argument, what about the last meal? I mean, you certainly could make the last meal argument that, look, you should
just
be
a metaphor.
vomiting.
It's a metaphor for sex, the last meal.
Yeah. This is the hollandaise.
Yeah.
On the okay.
Is this
Jenny,
a
I'm going to need you to
what percentage of men?
What percentage of men? Now, not would or could, but have.
Yeah, did that.
Yeah, and let's not go back too far because there was a certain nobility back then.
Right.
There was decency.
They wore nicer suits than when it beat off.
I've
now
got my number.
But hold on a second. You also got to think of the mentality. You know, it's these are young guys.
Yeah, I'm actually underdone it a little bit.
Not much education, but excess of testosterone, which got them. Change your number.
He's talking
got you. Yeah, but the excess testosterone. You know, I mean, average guy, he's 29. He's got a lot of testosterone. That's why he killed the hooker in the first place.
This is the point.
But that's the point. You're going to die.
You have to think like a male for a second.
God, that's how that blows my mind.
Okay, here we go. What's the number?
Oh, wait, hold on. I got to write my number.
What should blow your mind if we come up with the same number?
All right. You ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
All right, there it is.
Are we all passing notes?
Drew wrote 70. I wrote 46. 30 for Jenny McCarthy.
I started 60%. Went up.
Started 60, went up. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is over half.
It's over half.
Would you guys really do that before?
Well, one of us would, according to our math. Really, about half. Yeah.
I would just be thinking about my last meal.
Food is a metaphor for sex for males.
But if you could, here's all I'm saying. It's 8 in the evening. I'm going to the gallows on noon tomorrow, or first sun, or whatever.
And there's a computer nearby.
Oh yeah, if you could get hold of some porn. Yeah, if you got the internet, forget about it. By the way, 3/4 of my "don't kill me" argument would be the at dawn part. It'd just be like, holy Christ, I got one goddamn day. You tell me I got to get up at 5 a.m. to get shot? Come on, fellas, let's do it at noon. Please, I can't sleep in this one day. You know, I'm going to be up. I'm going to be up. I'm going to be tossing and turning. I always get a bad night's sleep. The two before I travel and before I get shot are always my two worst nights. And we got to do this at dawn. I'm going to be out of it. I'm going to look horrible. I have like a half a boner. I'm going to be in my pajamas. Like 3/4 of my argument would be trying to push the thing back to noon or 2 in the afternoon, like a normal time. Let me get a cup of coffee. Read the paper, get myself. I like to take a shower. I like to put myself together. If they're going to be people, they're going to be witnesses. I don't want to be a mess. All right,
that makes sense.
I have reoccurring dreams that I'm on death row.
Oh, really?
I've had when I'm really stressed out.
I could masturbate to that
feeling.
I could masturbate to that.
Oh, relax.
You can watch my husband masturbate to that.
Yeah, I can watch your husband.
Masturbate to me.
I could see you on death row with that. The bad warden and the bad guard. You know the guard, the one that's bad. He doesn't button his shirt all the way up.
Right.
His button's down a few. He comes walking in. How you doing? You know how the game is played. That's the other one too. The guy explains how he knows.
Know how the game
I like that
is
too. I always explain to people that just got there. You know how it works in here. So now I just got off the bus. You never really hear that. You play nice. He drags a stick. Drags a nightstick along the cheek. And then,
I like that you're doing it to
yeah,
him right now.
it's true.
That's how he
And then
shows
he does it, and he drags his stick real off, and then he goes.
You notice how when he talks about masturbating, he has to show us that too. The word comes out of his mouth. He has to
And
demonstrate.
his ass blinking.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. When he blinks, his ass blinks.
It'd be a shame if
Now I can
anything
never let him
happened to
again.
that pretty face. That's the other one too. It talks about what could be bad and threatening.
That
life.
is the line.
Yeah, that's listen. You're talking to the guy who watched Caged Heat and Concrete Jungle, all these good movies where there are lots of chicks behind bars. So yeah, I could masturbate to your husband masturbating to that. Sure. All right, Drew. This is the greatest. It's the greatest. I know we're done and we're moving on, but
It's a big thing.
percentage of men who beat off the night before the chair.
Whatever the number is, does it not speak volumes about the male?
No, kid. Now I kind of almost get it.
Yeah.
Because
it's a drive. It's. And the other thing we don't get as males, why women would go through the whole pregnancy thing. Think of the drive you have to have a child. If a male went through a pregnancy, there would be no more children.
No, I know.
Because we don't have the drive for that.
No.
This is profound, Drew.
Yeah, it is.
Very heavy.
Let's go to calls.
Brian,
Yeah.
you're 18.
Yeah.
What's going on? The guard is always tanner than the other guards too.
The bad guard?
Yeah, the bad guard. He's tanner. He doesn't button his shirt all the way up. He's got a chain, but he's not overdoing it.
Yeah. He's always a little husky, too, isn't he?
He's a little husky. He's got the sleeves rolled up. He's modified his guard outfit.
But that layer of sweat across
got
his
a
face.
little
too.
sweat.
It's shiny. Yeah.
Shiny.
And he's letting you know that if you play along, things will be a lot easier for you in the joint. Brian, and by the way, you know what the rules are.
Yeah.
You know how the game goes. Yeah.
And Brian,
Yeah.
what to do?
Be ashamed.
Okay. Well, see, I have
I'm thinking about
my girlfriend. She lives a little bit north of me in kind of a rough neighborhood, and just recently she got molested by what she claims to call 4 drunk Hispanic individuals.
That's a rape.
And the drunk Hispanic is redundant too. I mean,
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and well, see, the thing is, she does live in kind of a rough neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and this isn't the first time this has happened, and
Right, because
many
she was
things
sexually.
are going
that's not
on.
the first time she's been
terrible.
raped by a
Here's the-
group of drunk
she
Hispanics.
was sexually abused as a kid, and now she's being re-victimized repeatedly. That's what that is. That's
Yeah.
what causes that story.
Well, anyways, here's the thing.
Well, hold on. Are you a virgin?
No,
You're not. What
No.
year were you born?
86.
Kid's math checks out. Jenny's going to kill herself because she already done a Playboy spread by 86. Wrote a book about being a Playboy. Brian?
Yeah.
All right. You've had sex with her?
Yes.
All right. And you're 18 and she's 16.
Yes.
But she was abused as a young child.
Yeah. Her brother raped her when she was in middle school.
Strangely enough, the sexual abuse he qualifies as rape, and the rape he puts as abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's abuse as a child.
Interesting.
Well, the thing is, the Mexicans they grabbed her breasts, but that there was no genitalia touching.
I see. So there was just unwanted aggressive sexual
I
contact.
see. They're breast men, the Mexicans. I do
Okay.
kind of like them. Yeah. One thing we agree on.
So,
So what's the question, Brian? What is the question?
she's going through all this stuff, and basically she wants to move out and get out of that area.
That's not a
Because
bad idea.
That's a great area.
Her family is thinking about moving up to Michigan,
Fantastic.
and the thing is, she wants to live with me,
No, she needs to go with the family.
and the,
All right. Listen, Brian.
yeah.
All right, you're calling from Florida. Born and raised in Florida?
No, I was
No.
actually born in Salt Lake, and then I was raised in Chicago.
Nobody born in Florida.
Raised in? I know people flee
Yeah,
to.
right, they run.
It's like Nevada.
Did you flee with your family, or did you flee by yourself,
I
Brian?
fled by myself.
Are you Mormon?
No, I'm not Mormon.
So you solo fleed?
Basically, yeah. My parents split up when I was about 3 years old. My dad moved down here, and my mom stayed in Chicago.
Hold
And
on
make
a
long.
second. Let me tell you what Florida's like. Florida's like a bug zapper for people.
Right.
You know, it just sucks
The light.
in. Just they see the light. all
The neon
all
light.
the horrible insects, the moths.
They flock to it.
The mosquitoes, they all see that, and they're drawn into it. It's inexplicable. They can't help it. What is that? What goes on over there?
I don't know, but it certainly happens.
Yeah. All right. Brian?
Yeah.
What are you doing over there in Florida, by the way?
I moved out of my house, and I'm living basically on my own right now.
Let's reason this out for a second.
Well, what are you doing for a living? Hold on a second.
What am I doing for a living? I'm getting a job, actually, right now, working at a bike store full-time.
Bike store? Okay.
Getting right now full-time.
Right now, I am unemployed.
Okay.
But I just want to.
All right. Look, Brian. Let me help you, buddy.
Okay.
As you know, I'm a genius. Yes.
Yes.
And literally a millionaire. Literally. And you understand, I use my genius to become a millionaire, and I can help you as well. All right.
Sure.
Okay. Here's what I need you to do. First off,
go back to Chicago.
No. Understand that you don't have all the answers and that your impulses are probably not great ideas at this stage.
Well,
it's 18.
I understand that.
So listen
You're supposed to make bad decisions at 18. So all you got to do, you don't have to be smart enough to have your own good ideas. You only have to be smart enough to listen to my genius ideas.
Okay.
You understand? Then you'll be genius by proxy. Here's the thing. Get the job at the bike store. Do not piss off the manager. Fight to keep this job. Work as many hours as you can. Save as much money as you can. This girl, trouble.
Yes.
I'm sorry for what's happened to her in the past.
Project. It's not going to be good for her to look to you to solve her problem.
A team of guys with tweed jackets and suede elbow patches could not fix this girl for
10 years.
10 years. Yeah, it's about 10 years worth of work. Brian, you are going to knock her up.
Yeah.
You guys are going to give birth to someone who is actual come out smoking a corncob pipe. That white trash. The kid will actually have a corncob pipe in its mouth when it comes out of you.
Let's talk about Florida for a second.
Your wife.
Think about
Hillbilly.
this. Think about this in Florida. I was just occurring to me.
Wait. So hold on. Let her go to Michigan.
Yes.
This thing is over. Pulling out is not contraception. You must use birth control. Work as much as you can at the bike store. Learn as much as you can at the bike store. Thank you, Drew. Yes. Go ahead.
But think about Florida. It's the only part of the contiguous United States, the only part you can get in your car and drive to that is basically like the tropics. It's the only sort of, right?
Yeah. It's really it's like going to a banana republic.
Right.
It's like getting you're actually getting an Oldsmobile and driving
to Banana Republic.
To Cuba.
Right.
Or Haiti.
You're near, and in fact, that's the environment you're going to.
But why are the old people flocking there?
Just because they're tired of the winters. They just got to get out of the cold. They're over there going to the cold. But it's the 38-year-old father of two who's fleeing, getting in his car and fleeing. They want to go somewhere hot and tropical and power to go down there. Yeah. And the history of Florida is really violent. I mean, back the real serious, the Indian Wars, the early Indian Wars and the Spanish Wars it's all Florida. Serious problems.
Here's all you need to know. Every snake is poisonous.
In Florida.
Yeah.
And every insect down there, too.
Yeah,
horrible.
Everything's, And
alligators.
We got roaches.
The highway.
Yeah. We got roaches to rape you in your sleep.
Carry you off.
Yeah, carry you off in the woods and rape you.
Those.
Yeah, Floridian roaches.
That was when you were 12.
Yeah, everything's huge. Everything's just brimming with venom. Everything's mean. There's gators everywhere. They love waffles. What else do you need to know?
Waffle.
You got to get out, unless. And this is the other part of the Florida experience. You're like J-Lo or Stallone, where you got some sort of mansion you take a boat to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the boat thing, too, is there.
You use
big
boat.
time.
Oh, yeah.
The boat's a little bit sort of white trash, rich, thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And think about Southern California. That's a desert. People come here, they come to the desert. They just sit and they slow down. They bake. They don't get stirred up.
Yeah. No, they come here to die.
Yeah.
We're like Indians when they go off somewhere.
Yeah.
That's it.
You can't speed up in this whole heat.
No. As a matter of fact, let's wrap the show up.
Let's go home. Yeah.
It's. I know we're 40 minutes short of a full show, but as I've said many times, we go a minute or two long almost every night.
We're due.
Oh, how many minutes have I banked?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. There you go.
This has been Loveline.
Fantastic. Alanis Morissette tomorrow night. Maybe we'll have her in for 2:20. All right.
Actually, Jenny's got to go.
Really?
Yep. Sorry. But you
What?
can think
Well,
about
wait
it.
a minute. Well, how does that work?
They came in here while you were wranglers. She's got to get up in the morning and do more stuff.
Drew, you got to get up at what time did you get up this morning?
3:15.
3:15. 3:15. Did you leave last night 11:20 because you're going to have bags under your eyes?
Hey, you know
No,
what?
you didn't.
If you think I'm really helping, I'll stay.
You stay. Look, you got to stay one more break because
will.
Drew.
Your poor wrangler is going to be responsible for being horrible.
He can wake me up in the
And
morning.
producer Ann, for that matter, you got to tell me when the guest's going to leave at the thing. No one told me, right?
Yep.
Not that you couldn't, but
Unacceptable.
I can ask.
Unacceptable.
Thank you. All right, you stay one more break.
Of course.
Belly Laughs, by the way, name of the book.
Number 12.
Number 12, New York Times bestseller list. All right, let's Drew, come on, let's go. Let's get it down. Let's go now. Let's break it down, everybody. Let's get a hand in. Let's rally.
Come on, gentlemen.
Let's get this show going. And gentlemen, I use that term loosely. All right, ladies. All right, let's
Gotta go to break.
We don't got to go to break. We got to help the kids. We got Julie over here who's been on hold for 107 minutes.
All right, real quick.
Julie?
Hi.
14?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got a stupid question. You want to know if menthol cigarettes are worse than regular cigarettes?
No, they're all bad.
Is that the question?
Well, yeah, I know they're all bad, but see, I heard that, and I'm just kind of curious.
That circulates around. I don't know if that's been shown.
And by the way, instead of the smoking thing is always like, well, secondhand smoke, first-rate killer. Hey, look, if you smoke one cigarette a day or a carton of cigarettes a day, it's just as bad. It's always bad. Light cigarettes, regular cigarettes, it doesn't matter. Just don't smoke. But here's the thing. Could somebody start doing some tests? And I know they've done some on, like, light cigarettes and things like that. Instead of just taking all the money and giving it to Rob Reiner to create propaganda saying that 60,000 people die of secondhand smoke, could they actually do some stuff like, look, here's a cigarette that's lower and whatever, or menthol cigarettes are worse, or as it turns out, smoking 5 cigarettes a day is actually worse than smoking a pack because it,
right,
that's all I'm saying.
That's actually been worked out. That people find with the lower tar, lower nicotine, all that stuff, people smoke more vigorously. They smoke more of those cigarettes. Your brain adjusts to a certain dose of nicotine, and you're going to get that dose.
More of those cigarettes.
Yeah.
But again, but the problem I think is when people say, how about smoking a light cigarette? No, it doesn't matter because you're going to smoke more. But you're going to smoke more is not the answer.
Okay, but and then the other thing is that there's the big threshold is 30 pack years. A pack a day for 30 years, you're going to get cancer. You're going to have heart disease. End of story. That's the threshold.
30 pack years.
Yeah, that's the one
really?
where you're in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, and they measure. So you're doing 2 packs a day
For
you
15
do that in
years.
15 years. You do the math.
You're in trouble. Now, it doesn't mean you couldn't get something earlier. You sure could.
What about a
particularly
pack a day
vascular.
for 15 years, like I did?
You ought to be. You're a female
quit,
and you're young, and so it's sort of a little different. We'll talk about it there. It's debatable.
Drew will check you.
Yeah.
And I'll masturbate.
Makes your ears.
Actually.
It makes your ears sort of ring more when you're.
Oh, great.
She was complaining about something for the show.
Inside. Jenny McCarthy here. One more break with the Genster, and we'll be back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Jenny McCarthy in here tonight. Alanis Morissette in here tomorrow night. This is Jenny's last break with us, but she's been a trooper.
I want to come back if you'll
really?
have me. But I won't have anything to plug, so I just have to sit here and talk.
Well, you could do that.
Cause
we kind of
like
appreciate that, actually.
Yeah? There's nothing to plug. Just come here and sit and shoot the crack?
It's like if a
That's what we do.
Like if a hooker didn't charge you. It'd be like, wow, she must have feelings for me. You know what I mean?
I do. I had fun. It's kind of nice.
We're not just a couple of Johns. You know
and
what
I
I mean?
could look like this, and you guys don't care.
Oh, you look great. What are you talking about? You don't need anything.
My bags.
You're perfect. Yeah. We're not like these other crappy radio shows. We're a good time. Yeah.
It's not the morning wacky zoo that I've been doing every morning.
Oh, God. It's
Across
so
the
painful.
country.
So we basically hate what would be conventional radio.
Yeah, or good. Some people call it good radio. Yeah, but either way, we're opposed to it. Yeah, let me say this. While I was taking a leak, I had a couple of thoughts. One is they're running a PSA for dogs. Clean up your dog's poo.
No.
Which, to me, you've just run out of PSAs. It's like now we're done. You've covered laptop computer theft at the airport.
The health risks of bat guano or something.
Yeah, begging you to clean up your dog ass. But here's the thing, and I was thinking about this while I was taking the leak. People, especially guys, the guys I hang out with, 30-something-year-old smart asses, they don't like cats. There's no cat guys. No one's and they wouldn't admit it if they were. But no, guys don't go, oh, I love a kitty cat. Let me tell you something about cats. They bury their ass. They should get way more credit for that than they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing.
They hide it and bury it.
They hide their crap. They take it outside. They dig a hole. They take a dump. And then they put dirt over it.
Dogs make like they're doing that and just spray a bunch of grass on it.
Right.
Like, dogs leave. First off, the Duke dog size ratio is way off because a big dog is 85 pounds. I'm 200 pounds. Same Duke. So that's an FU right there. That's a slap in the face. I mean, don't tell me that's not intentional.
That's God meant that.
That's an
God
attack.
meant that at you.
That's an attack.
You attacking
That's an
you.
attack.
Yes.
That could be perceived as no other way than a full frontal attack.
Yes, at you.
All right. So first off, the Duke is 1/3 the size of the dog. I mean, if I swear to, if a dog, there's like 18-pound dogs that drop 6-pound logs. You know what I mean?
We've got medium-sized dogs. I'm out there with a shovel.
Full-size Duke.
3 times a week.
Yeah, it's your kids outweigh the dogs by 3 times, right?
Yes.
Duke, not nearly that size. And Drew's done, he's weighed them, he's done the water displacement test, he's done all the math on it. Okay, so huge Dukes, and they leave it right in the middle of the patio or the carpet or the kitchen floor, right?
And kick grass back on it.
And kick grass on it. Or scrape some carpet fibers or something. What's a cat do? Cat with dignity, quiet dignity, lets himself out of the home, goes out in the yard, somewhere, by the way, not right in the patio, not right in the grass. He's taking it out.
Oh, yeah.
Cats,
taking it out.
I thought they just go in the litter box.
Digs? Well,
sometimes they do that too. Wherever it is, but litter box got to be covered. Got to be private.
Yeah. Here's the thing. An outside cat will do it outside. And if the cat does it in the litter box usually because that's the alternative to going outside. But dig a hole, take a Duke, and bury it. Okay. Shouldn't they get some credit for that? Yes. Like, if I was an advocate for cats, like a publicist for cats, that's all I'd be screaming about.
It goes south? It goes south. If you live with a cat, you never live with a cat, I can tell.
Yeah, I have lived with a cat.
Okay, well, eventually you get the bad seed. The bad seed starts spraying its pee everywhere.
Spraying.
Everywhere.
Yeah, when they start,
disgusting.
You get look, but they're bad seeds in all pet worlds.
Well,
there's bad rabbits. There's bad ducks. There's
bad Ronald.
There's bad everything. You can't just go bad seed.
Yeah.
My cat Norman jumped out, would go out the house, dig a hole, take a crap, come back in the house like nothing happened. Yeah. And I'm just saying, what other pet does that?
You're right. Yeah.
No other pet is burying their Duke.
Yep.
And I'm just saying, give the cat their props.
You're a cat guy.
Yeah, I like cats.
Ooh,
but
oh, my.
But let me tell you something.
Do you have houseplants?
If you had a dog that let itself out, dug a hole, took a dump, and buried it, you'd be breeding that thing, and it'd be $1 million a load.
Animal Planet.
You'd be going insane. This is dogs. A baggie of that dog's sperm would be worth millions of dollars, right? And people be holding the dog up like the Lion King. They'd be like, they'd be going crazy, right?
Yeah.
Cat does it, nothing.
Yes, no credit.
Let's just say, give the cat the props for burying the Duke. That's all. I was just thinking about it. They get nothing. No one brings it in. No one weaves it into the conversation. I don't like cats. Don't care for them.
Yeah, you're right.
We're such horrible. Humans are so horrible, and we're so insecure that if the pet doesn't run home and act glad to see us, even if it just wants to get food off us, like a dog, if they just, if it does what it's really thinking, like, all right, you're home. What do you want to do? Throw a parade?
Right.
You'll be home this time tomorrow and the next day, too. What do you want?
Yeah.
I'm taking a nap here. Yeah. We can't handle it. It's like, I don't like him.
Yeah.
He doesn't like me enough.
Right.
Yeah. He buries the Duke. Give him the props.
Show of gratitude.
Please.
Oh,
that's a much greater show of gratitude than maybe he's got a liver snap on him. I'm going to rub on him.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. People are so insecure.
All right.
Daniel?
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Meow.
22. Yeah.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Congrats on your book.
Thanks.
Hi, Drew.
Hey.
I'm having problems with my ex-girlfriend. We got back together. I don't know if you'll remember my call from like a year ago. Probably
Of
not.
course. Daniel. It's Daniel, Adam.
We don't talk to many 22-year-olds.
Named Daniel.
What's up?
Okay, so, like, she, like, doesn't want to get any therapy with me. Like, I think we can save our relationship, but she's, like, just playing ignorant and, like, doesn't want to, like, work
Think
it
the
out.
shaman ought to talk to him?
Yeah. No, I'm too tired, Drew.
Okay.
Here's the point. If you're saying to a chick, look, the relationship's in trouble, I think we should go to therapy together, and she's saying, I don't think so. And
you're not married to that girl. It's a
Okay, no, I'm
girlfriend,
not married
an ex-girlfriend you're kind of back with. That is,
yeah.
That's
No.
her way of saying
That's
bye-bye.
Not only is it bye-bye, it's like, Daniel, you're kind of scaring me. Go ahead and make that therapist appointment, but make it for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, she's out.
Well, I'm
Jenny,
going by
right?
myself, and I
She's
think
out.
She's out.
She's out.
She's done.
That's the nice way of saying
100% agreement.
Chick who's into a relationship is into the therapy, too.
Yeah, or into whatever.
Heck yeah.
Into what was that the F word?
No,
It sounded
heck
like
yeah.
it.
Oh, okay. Heck yeah. No, I'm saying, why wasn't it the F word? I'm mad. We're in safe harbor. All right.
Okay, but, I mean, like, okay, but she's trying to have her cake and eat it, too. I mean, she's into casual sex. I'm not. And, like, this is what's frustrating me.
What do you mean? Casual sex with you?
No, this is my high school sweetheart, all right? And now she's having casual sex, and she's the only person
Hold
I've
on.
ever been
This could be bogus, and I just got the bogus.
No, this is not.
I guess I was kind of asking for it.
Here's the deal. Daniel's got stuff going on.
Yes.
She is completely out, completely, and he is clinging like crazy to the point where he's she's probably scared that if she really lets him know how out she is, he'll kill himself.
He's progressive.
If at 22 a boy said to me, "Let's go see a therapist,"
you just leave the state.
I would.
Yeah, that's stalking. Basically.
I would.
Yeah,
after I said
Wow.
no, that's pretty much the end of it. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's how it's supposed to go. This was his childhood sweetheart. His high school sweetheart.
Daniel's angry too.
Well, I mean, I can understand if it is his childhood sweetheart, it's got to hurt.
It's hard to break, but that is supposed to end your late teens, early 20s for sure.
Yeah.
And here he's 22, and she's out. It's not like she's saying, "Let's." I'm into this. Why isn't this working? We got to figure out a way. No, she's like done. She's not having casual sex. She's going on with her life.
Yeah.
As a normal young adult.
Jenny's had to have this
Daniel can't
conversation with Chris Hardwick many times. Many an uncomfortable time. But, dear friend, by the way. Here's the thing. Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing about guys. Guys are thick. Guys are dense, you know. Like if a 22-year-old girl could say to a guy who was really head over heels for, look, it's not you, it's me. I just need time to find myself, blah, blah, blah. He'd go home and tell his buddies, she needs a week to get it
not
together.
Not only that, he'd go, okay, whatever you need, that's fine. Okay, you take your time. Well, I'll be here.
Right.
And he'll be there like with an abacus counting the minutes.
Yeah. I need to find myself. I need time for me. I need whatever. Now, just tell him you need to break up with him. Do the guy a favor.
And then stop communicating with him. Stop the communication. Every time you have contact with him, I wish we were talking to Daniel's girlfriend.
That's why she has kind of the best of both worlds.
Just because it's...
Oh, you think she's an evil person?
No, I don't think she's evil, but I think that because it's a high school sweetheart, that she still has 1% of kind of wanting that friendship still, but wants to have casual sex.
Yes.
So she doesn't want to completely let go, but doesn't want to really be in a relationship.
Right. That's evil. That's women at their worst.
Let me talk to the angry Daniel one more time. Yes, Daniel.
Back. Wow.
If you listen, a-hole, use any profanity, I'll hang up on your scrawny ass.
Okay.
All right. Now listen. I'm trying to help. Please understand.
I want to smoke a bowl with you one of these days.
All right, buddy.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's not the same guy that's bogus.
No.
That's not the same guy.
Look, didn't I tell you
No. Okay, I'm still marriage material for her. Like, everybody she's having casual sex with, like, they've got nothing on me. And that's why she wants me more than these other guys.
No.
Obviously not.
Right. Tell that to her snatch, huh? Okay, listen, Daniel, please. I don't have it.
Oh, my God.
Safe harbor. Safe harbor. Safe harbor. Safe harbor.
Love you guys.
Yeah. See? We ain't doing those crappy morning shows. We use all sorts of horrible language. We get cheap laughs. It's great.
Got a blonde sitting across from you.
Here's a Daniel. This is a recipe for disaster. I mean, Daniel could do something stupid.
You know what's weird? She never did our TV show.
No.
Jenny.
Really?
Is that right? That's weird that we were all on the same. That's MTV. That's MTV.
Yeah,
It's the genius of MTV.
Yeah.
Swap.
Go ahead.
Swap TV.
Daniel could do something stupid to her and do something stupid to himself at some point down the road.
Yes, that's what's concerning me. This is that kind of energy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Daniel, give it up. Let her go.
Go see the therapist. Something
see the therapist.
Something has made it impossible for Daniel to let go. Once he's on, he's on, and then can't flexibly let go. That's not normal.
Listen, if you're screwed up enough, and the chick gives you a little booster shot every once in a while, it can go on for eternity.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you got a combo between her paying you a visit just enough, and whatever, for some guys it could be once a year. For some guys it could be once a week. Whatever that threshold is, if you're effed up enough and she stays within that schedule, you can push these things on for years and years and years.
So true. Yes. And girls are so good at doing
That's
that.
evil. That is evil. That's a bad thing.
I know.
That is actually, it's cruel.
Yes, cruel.
It's being cruel because he wants to believe so badly. And yes, you get that thing where you do that idealized thing where the first person I slept with is the person we're going to be friends for life.
We spent together, the life we're
going to be friends for life.
Yes.
Women get weird too about losing their virginity. It's like the day they stop talking to the guy they lost their virginity to, they become whores.
That's right.
I got to keep them around.
Yeah. But then you want to come back because you want to regain that old feeling, and then you realize you don't want to be with that person, so you leave again. Because I dated some guy, my first high school sweetheart, for 5 years.
So,
I did the same thing.
Drew did the same thing. It was a dude. Probably the same dude. Imagine that. He's got that on his resume. Talk about range.
I ended it.
Drew and Jenny McCarthy. Wow.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
5 years, and it ended now. And then you got too big. You blew up.
No, left college.
Left college.
And decided Southern Illinois University. And
it's better than DeKalb, but Northern Illinois.
Beautiful country.
Southern was very party.
Yeah, that's where they invented the barbed wire and had Cindy Crawford and things like that.
But I broke up with him at White Castle.
Really?
Oh, that's class.
Yeah, after 5 years, and I never saw him again.
Really?
Oh, that's good.
Never saw him again.
Yeah.
Oh, because he killed himself that night.
Well, we had a year in between of like, this is getting rocky. I started sleeping with people. He did too. But we were together for so long, we were confused because we still kind of cared about each other, but we wanted to be with other people.
It's like
here's the operative phrase here is he did too.
Yeah.
Meant he was good looking. He had a life. There was a reason he was with someone like you. He had something going on.
Yes.
So see, when you have nothing, then you get real clingy. True.
Yes.
Yes. That's why you clung to him.
Oh, yes. To him, yes.
All right. Jenny McCarthy, everybody. Belly Laughs, name of the book. Jenny, come back anytime.
I would love to.
You don't need a thing to plug.
Good.
You come back, you hang out.
Good. Tomorrow night with Alanis?
No, they don't get along.
Oh.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, okay. That meant no. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. Loveline. Madam, that's Dr. Drew. I'm in love with that Jenny McCarthy. What a gal. Came in here, canned it, Drew.
Rolled with the punches.
Rolled with the punches, spoke her mind. Wrote a good book. Drew's enjoying her book.
Yeah.
It's times like this. I wish I hadn't taken a oath not to read.
Give this to your wife, and you may avoid having children.
Where am I going to get this book?
You're holding it in your hand.
Oh, okay. I see.
Where am I going to get this, Chris? This one. This book here. Where shall I get this to give to my wife?
Where can I get this book? Amazon?
It's the place called
Barnes & Noble?
The library, maybe?
No, it won't be the library. It'll be the bookstore.
Hold on. What was that word?
Library.
And that's the house
that holds the books.
It's big, though, right?
Big house holds books. And
where is it?
And in your dad's
where
day,
is it?
Records.
Where is it? What state?
Each city has one, or a few. Yeah. House for books.
So every state has one of these berries.
Yes, yes.
Every state has, like, where's California's?
Well, it's in each city in California has one. Can you imagine that?
Why do we need... What?
Shocking, I know.
Well, I mean, it's just...
Confusing.
Well, but wouldn't it just be in Sacramento?
Yeah, I'm sure there's one there, too.
They got their own.
Yeah.
So we could go, if you want to borrow a book, and I don't know why you would, you'd have to head out to Sacramento.
Well, not everyone takes an oath not to read. And for those of them not taking an oath,
and you
don't want to buy a book,
you don't buy.
You're going to borrow.
And like colleges would go out to Sacramento and borrow their books.
It's hard to understand why they have libraries anymore when we have something called the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, they do have them.
All right. And it's a big house again.
Yes.
And as for those
books.
who want to read, they could go borrow a book and then read it and then
give it back. Yes.
Do you have to read it?
No, it's like I said. Some people do take an oath. And
They
can still check them out.
They
wouldn't
know.
have to read.
They
No,
wouldn't
the
know.
librarian wouldn't know. She'd be impressed. You just check the books out.
Oh.
And you've seen this in pornography.
I'll go one of those
It's always a
places.
very, very good-looking woman with brown hair and kind of small glasses.
Oh, okay. I'm going to check out.
That'll
Again,
get you go.
One more time. What's it called?
Library.
It doesn't have the word book in it, though. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm selling falafel, I got the word falafel, falafel hut. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not calling it library. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want the name.
It's a Latin derivative.
It's kind of confusing.
Libris.
Who?
Yeah.
What sign?
No.
All right. Let's get to the phones. Yes, Drew?
Yes.
Let me tell you something I'm not
please.
necessarily proud of, but it's a God's honest. I noticed it while I was going number one. I got a little
asparagus,
a little scent to the sack,
Oh.
a little essence, and then I realized I have not taken a shower on American soil.
That is
Last shower I took was in Paris.
That is disgusting. So
There's some cultures, yes.
You know what? Remember those dreams you used to have about like being a Hun or being a knight in armor and stuff?
Having a urinate.
I think that's when you still adopted some of those practices from your previous life.
Where
you bathed once a month.
I took a shower in Paris.
That was Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I left
Last
Sunday.
Saturday.
Yeah. And
by the way, in Paris,
there's a time difference.
You're using one of those little dribbly hand devices too, right? It wasn't a high-powered
spider monkey peed on me.
Yeah.
That's basically what I did.
Yeah.
No, I took a regular shower.
Are they had a real shower in your hotel?
Took a real shower. Took a real shower, but I was out of the country the last time I actually took a shower.
Well, the essence of scrotum can be should be dealt
That'd be a
with.
good name for a book to be in one of those houses with the high roofs and the things. The
Well,
books
it's
that
actually they're working on a new scent for Estee Lauder. Essence of scrotum.
They and I realized and then I realized I only shower if I work out, and I've been kind of sick and I haven't worked out, so
Did your wife get over her sickness?
Yeah.
She's all better, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I think
I'm serious. She called me and I was worried about her.
I think she's fine now. Although she may get sick again when she smells my sack.
Scrotal essence.
Mark?
Yes.
I'm thinking about a shower tomorrow, even if I don't exercise.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah,
but
I know you're fine.
I've been, but I'll tell you what I do. I've been dumping a little extra talc down there and giving an extra shot.
So you're like a paper mache casing around
after. My sack's got like a Santa's beard of talc and a sweat just hang off it like a flag type. All right, Mark, what's up, buddy?
My question is for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew, my penis is curved downward. I want to know why. It's been like that my whole life.
It's your whole life. So there's two different ways that the penis can get curved. One is being born that way, basically, and the other is it developing because of trauma. If it sort of develops later, vitamin E, 800 units a day, can be useful. If it's just you, sort of genetically how you're endowed, you can live with it. But we have learned through talking to Dr. Alter, who does the procedures to correct this curve, that a lot of women complain that the curve downward is uncomfortable.
That seems like a tough one.
It's kind of...
Drew says that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it depends how you position things with your partner. But be that as it may, if you want it corrected, there are doctors that correct these things.
Mm-hmm. But it's not common.
It's very common, yeah.
It is?
Yeah, it's rather common.
Well, hold on. The curving down is probably not as common as the to the side.
Upward.
Or the side, really. The upward curve is sort of normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Some
yeah.
upward curve.
Yeah, I'd say a little upward curve is normal, and a little sideways is a little less normal, and then down is but some curvature.
Yeah.
Fairly common.
Yep.
And not me though. I'm like a landing strip.
Dividing
very
to be a
very short landing strip.
A leveler or something.
Yeah, something like a landing strip that one of those jets that can do the vertical takeoff.
Oh, right. A small landing strip.
Harrier landing strip. Yeah, like the kind of ones I have, more like a helipad.
Right.
All right. Let's take a little break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Well, that's a show, everybody. Belly Laughs. Name of the book, Jenny McCarthy. Dear, dear, dear friend. God bless her for coming in here, speaking openly about masturbation.
Good book.
Someone who's not going to speak openly about masturbation tomorrow night, Alanis Morissette.
Interesting.
But still will be a compelling guest.
No doubt.
I'll guarantee you that.
No doubt.
Although it will take a skillful and crafty interviewer to get that out of her.
And so it won't happen tomorrow night.
No.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not Dick Gavitt.
No, yeah.
Okay. So, until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Good night.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.